Welcome everyone. Today we are exploring the fascinating world of urban livelihoods. And in this chapter, this is the ninth chapter of the NCERT Political Science, Class 6. And into this chapter, we will dive the variety of jobs and challenges faced by the urban workers and the opportunity which are with them. So let's dive deep into the topic. Urban livelihood refers to the various means by which people in cities earn their living. So, and they both encompassing into the formal and informal employment. So, dear students, in every city, people find different ways to earn a living, and among them, some work in organized environment and with their fixed salary. So those people who work into the formal sectors, they have fixed rules and the regulation and also some kind of fixed salary. And those who work into the informal sectors, they they rely on their skills and their hard work. And there are some uncertainty among them. So let's further we will discuss about the formal and informal sectors. So and how both contributes into the urban economy. Discuss about the informal sectors. The informal sectors refers to the part of economy that operates without formal registration or regulation by the appropriate government. So, dear students, those people who do work into the informal sectors, they don't have any regulations over them. They don't have any government control over them. Informal jobs often includes street vendors, rickshaw pullers, domestic workers, small shopkeepers, construction laborers. And what do you think? If these people's work for the others persons for those people who had required their services, do they provide them some any security or just they goes and ask if hey person you work for me for daily wages, and those rickshaw pullers, domestic worker, construction laborers must have to agree because they also have to get some money for the survival of their livelihood. And one of the key features of the informal sector is the lack of job security, and they do not have the fixed salary. As I mentioned here, a picture. This is the part of your chapter, and in this picture, you can see that having less amount of money, how the most largest sections of the peoples they they have very less amount of resources so that they could not afford a better place to stay. So you can understand, dear student, how they would survive. They must have to face so many difficulties. And for the domestic workers, there are so many competition, there are so many population from where they get job. So this is the this is the situation of informal sector. And so let's have the discussion about the formal sectors. And the formal sectors refers to the part of the economy that operates within an organized framework regulated by the government. Jobs in this sector are officially registered and follow their students. In the formal sectors, they are registered and follow specific labor laws and regulations, and through this they govern themselves, and they are basically a organized sector of employment. They have better job security, and one of the defining features of the formal sector is job stability. Employees usually have a fixed salary, and they have regular working hour, and the formal sectors provides social security and the benefits such as health insurance, pensions, paid leave. So these all the facilities which are available to the formal sector's employee and all the person who are working into the formal sectors. Basically, in these sectors, the category of teachers, doctors, engineers, government employees are fall under this category, and because they are considered more skilled persons, they have better education, they have knowledge. So this is why they are governed by a particular laws, labor laws that's called, and the this sector significantly contributes to the national economy because understand here, dear, it generates a substantial portion of tax revenue which governments use to develop infrastructure, healthcare, and education system because this is the formal sector and government are collecting revenue from them. So government obviously they will provide some type of regulation over them so that the government must will access the revenue, the tax collection will be happen because they will they are the one who pay the taxes properly. Because if we compare the employee which are engaged himself into the informal sectors, so they they will not fall into the particular slave of taxes, so they will not pay the amount of tax. And from these sectors, those who work in this sector, they will pay, definitely they will pay because they will fall into that slab of taxation. While the formal sector is often seen as stable and organized, but it comes with its own set of challenges. So here we are going to discuss about the challenges faced by the formal sectors. One of the major issue is the high entry barriers. That means high competitions. Many formal sector jobs require specific qualifications, skills, or the experience which makes difficult for the individual who are from underprivileged backgrounds because they have less amount of skill knowledge. So this make so many tough and so much difficulties levels. So there are one challenges like high competitions, and another challenge is the lack of flexibility. Formal jobs typically comes with fixed working hour and rigid structures which can make it hard to employees to balance their professional and personal living. This rigidity can lead to stress, especially in high pressure roles. Because of the long working hours, they they were unable to make the relationship between personal and professional lives, and which leads to the stress and pressure. And this is the challenges faced by the employee who are engaged himself into the informal sectors. The first challenges would be the lack of social security, and so no access to social security benefits like health insurance and pensions, and there is not the job stability. So they can be anytime get out from the job. They could be exploited in some particular jobs, and the informal sectors is also characterized by low and unstable incomes. So there could be the less amount of income. Also, this financial instability can make it difficult to break out of the poverty and economic vulnerability. Also, the major challenges and uncertainty for the people who is working into the informal sectors, and the lack of legal protections make it difficult to the informal sectors employees. And for nowadays, governments also took some initiative to make the livelihood better of both in the formal sector as well and the informal sector as well. So government are trying to skill the employees who are working into both area, into the formal and informal. So government trying to make them skillful so that they could work properly, they could have better livelihood, and they could be uh, good employable. For example, Skill India Mission and National Skill Development Corporation and Social Security Scheme, government are also providing the so many peoples uh, to them who is working into the informal sectors. They have also, you will find that nowadays they have health insurance schemes like Ayushman Bharat, and through this through this particular scheme, government trying to ensure the health insurance of each and every people who is suffering from any disease, and further if they suffer from anything, they will be covered. And the pension schemes, government are also trying to give them a particular amount for from a particular age. So this could also lead to the upliftment of those people who are behind from the mainstream. So thank you guys.